Hello everybody, welcome back to the Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 Developers Journal / Dev Diary. We are here on March 29th. Yeah, MLB 16 the show comes out tonight. Or today, technically, yeah. It's already out right now. Anyways, let's get on to the Dev Diary. Scroll down this gigantic wall of text that is the bits and pieces update. And right into today's gimmicks. Gimmicks upgrade. The entire gimmick system has been completely overhauled to be both more realistic and far easier to understand. Amongst the changes are gimmick life cycles that allow workers' gimmicks to peak and wane, and gimmick tweaks that allow the user to try and extend the lifespan of successful gimmicks by adjusting them slightly. The way gimmicks are rated has also been revamped, making it less of a lottery, and their impact on the game has also been redone. So what this is telling me is that it can peak, which is making me think that it can go up as well, which is cool. Because reasons. Preset gimmick settings. Mod makers can now use the editor to preset not only a gimmick's rating, a specific rating, I'm assuming, but also how long of a lifespan it has left and how freshly it was altered. Gimmick copying. For realism, if a company assigns a gimmick to a worker, and he is already using it in another company, the rating will be the same to reflect that it is already well known and how well he performs it. In previous games, the AI did not alter its workers' gimmicks when turning them, leading to a messy AI gimmicks. Leading to a messy roster. This has been altered so that the AI will now switch the gimmick accordingly. This is great. That's a fantastic change. Couldn't remember all the times that I would go into a save with the Seaverse as an example, when I'd see US Pro Nikki Champion a clean cut heel, and it's like, that is a babyface gimmick, and it's rated like 92 because Nikki Champion is very wholesome. Anyways, manual gimmick changes. Also, going back there, the AI gimmicks, they didn't. Not only did they not change them when they turned, but they didn't decay, so they never changed the gimmicks. They were always the same rating. Manual gimmick changes. As with turns, the user can now manually decide when a gimmick change is to take place, rather than it happening the next time they appear on screen. This gives the user a far greater degree of control, especially if the gimmick change is being done at the same time as the turn. So you can do a turn in one segment and change the gimmick that same segment after the turn, of course. Because if you do it before the turn, the gimmick will bomb because especially if it's a heel face, like if it's a heel gimmick and you're turning him heel, but he's already face right now, so he's turning heel. You turn him, but you change the gimmick first. So the gimmick changed first to a heel gimmick, but it bombs because he's a babyface at that time, and then you turn him to heel. The gimmick would get better because he turned to a heel, but he would also get the morale penalty. So, yeah. Anyways, gimmick changes with the turn. The too soon for gimmick change penalty previously made turns tricky, as logically just changing a gimmick also then precluded a turn for a few months, unless the gimmick could work for both dispositions. A turn now allows a gimmick change to happen without this penalty if done simultaneously, thus eliminating this annoyance and allowing the player to be more creative. Awesome. Default gimmick autopass. To improve the way gimmicks work, a worker's default gimmicks are now automatically considered to be appropriate for them, irrespective of whether their stats generally fulfill the criteria. This is especially useful for mod makers who no longer have to check each gimmick for each worker using them. This is great, because now you can have... So sometimes in the game, a worker would be set with... A worker is set with two default gimmicks, a heel and a face gimmick. Sometimes those gimmicks didn't work for them. Like, they weren't skilled enough to play those gimmicks, but they were the default gimmicks that they played on the indie scene or whatever. And when you sign them and debut them under that gimmick, they would get a bad rating because they're not good enough for the gimmick. Now, they are. So that's great. No matter what, they are considered appropriate for them. That's great. Harder non-aggression packs and working agreements. In previous games, it was too easy for human-controlled smaller companies to get non-aggression or working agreements with larger AI-controlled companies, but no real incentive to agree. I can attest to this because in my MAW saves, I usually got working agreements with TCW and US Pro so that I could A, not have them stealing my workers, and B, send my workers out to them to get training with better workers and to get popularity across the entire country. So whenever I did become colder, national, or continued to grow MAW, I could be like, okay, yeah, I got these stars. And yeah. Anyways, this acted as sort of a loophole as the user got lots of advantages, like I said, but few, if any, disadvantages. Yeah, like, they never loaned my workers on. The only disadvantage I could see was having them on different, like, having those workers not be available for my shows, but I always checked if they were going to be available and changed the date accordingly, so that really didn't ever happen. The AI is also now smarter about rejecting relationship requests that have no benefit to them. Alliance mate packs. If a human company attempts to create a positive relationship with another company who are in the same alliance, and the likelihood of it being accepted greatly increases. This has another benefit to being in alliance. Pack switching. In previous games, this is awesome. In previous games, there was no easy way of switching your relationship with another company without first ending the original, risking a war. And probably also not only risking a war, but risking your relationship. And obviously you end your relationship, but oh no, you ended our work. You ended our non-aggression pact. We don't want you working agreement. Or something like that. This has been addressed by allowing the company to propose moving directly from one relationship type to another. Awesome. I was sure this was in TEW 2013, but it wasn't. So I'm happy this is in. AI alliance joining. AI companies can now choose to apply to join alliances whenever they want to. Previously, it was limited to when they usually actively made offers. This makes for a more dynamic game world. Again, more dynamic game world. Awesome. I hope that the AI companies will also get working agreements and non-aggression pacts and things like that. I don't know if they do. All I know is that they do declare hostility and they do declare war. But I'm not sure if that's to AI companies or not. I know they do declare war on AI companies, but I'm not sure if they use any of the other relationships for AI companies to AI companies. Anyways, preset alliance membership. By request, mod makers can now preset certain companies to join specific alliances when they debut. Makes sense. Leaving alliance reaction. In previous games, a company could quit an alliance with few consequences. This has been changed so that the remaining members can get annoyed or even declare war at the betrayal. Oh god, declare war! And this one is big, that is down at the bottom, but a national battle is now triggered with 2 rivals, not 3. 2. So that real-life Monday Night Wars can be simulated. So that means that the US Pro TCW SWF national battle, if it's still going on, it's going to result in either TCW SWF or US Pro remaining national, and the other 2 falling to call. That's huge. Huge. Because not only can they not steal all your workers, they can't steal your top workers as a call company or a national company. They're even less likely to want to sign with the call companies because they're called. They're not national. And you get TV warnings and stuff. That's huge in my opinion. That's gonna be insane. Anyways, guys, sorry to have to do this to you. This is going to be the end of the episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 Developers Journal / Dev Diary. Bye.